taste. Shawty use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast. I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems. Let me. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out. It can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Oakland Raiders. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. So a very short kicker. This will be taken by one of the young men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
One.
Throwing, Mariota, flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags 24.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. Now Lewis here on 1st down. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's it, baby.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 18-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. That'll be complete to Cook. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go. 10, Tuscan.
Check pass. Check pass.
Switch, switch, switch.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you got the stop and it would be 0-0 right now or no?
I don't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their push throws.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Check 55 to Mike. I'm coming. I'm coming.
They'll set up the throw. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either keep the game, but in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Alert! Hey, watch it, watch it!
One!
Check
on 2nd down now. It's Hunt, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. And these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right? Because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal, too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just get a good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
55's Mike, guys, 55. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Mariota to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. They got 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
4 yards on the pickup.
baby.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen. Pass. Watch that. Jim. Take.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Ready? 55. Check. 55. Mike. 22. Check. Cover. 22.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus-yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, that's a field goal attempt for him.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
You got him. You got him.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Mariota. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
The Raider 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
55, Mike.
Mariota escaping the pressure right. And this is Cook with a grab. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
3rd and 5.
Hey, Blue 18. Watch 55. Here we go. Let's bring it.
Working out of the gun. Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
This is taken at the 18. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Big hold to the 30. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. A gain there of 21 yards. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2nd down and inches. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Check 9, check.
Looking to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Marquise Lee, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here we go. 15-90. 15-90. Record. Whip.
They'll try to run it in, going up, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Army.
Hey, check Mike. Watch 55.
Watch the curl. Watch that.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had it run away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 38.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Mariota. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. They call it no gain there on the first down play.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, somewhere behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get into him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The Raiders on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Mariota now, flushed out right. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What damage can he do to us downfield?
Now, a loose football. The ball comes out, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover for his squad.
Right there in the middle, 55. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Play action now. Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
Now a run with Cook.
Go, go. It's run.
And able to work his way down to the 16. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sanders' kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, You're only going to fool them for a second or so, and guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll throw now on the final play. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Right there in the middle, 55. It's going to be a long
action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Check 55 to Mike. Check.
He'll drop to throw.
Let's go, let's go.
He's got the hook up to Lee. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Raiders 10. Dustin Hopkins sets the kickoff.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try to create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll run again. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Let's get it.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So the defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've had to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Second and 5 at the 35-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. How about that? Their quarterback with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Next to score, Jaguars 20, Raiders 17. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
The Raiders take over.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland. It's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Big stop, P. Big stop. Let's go.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They run again with Hunt. And Allen to run. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On the carry, it's Cook. And some room to roam now. Past the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dalvin Cook. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Come on, let's go.
On second down, it's Hunt, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
The tackle by Leonard Williams.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. To throw Mariota. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
That's it, baby. We got 6.
Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the run.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Check, 55, check. Check, 55 to Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Wide open receiver complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 83 yards as his guys are back within a single score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now?
And a big loss Willis here as he's taken down. 17. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Cook on the right. But no gain there, and they've got a ways to go now on 3rd down.
Check 50, check 50.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Yeah, baby.
And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah,
Is that too high pitched?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip. Right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Check 37, check 37.
Kill, kill, kill.
Right stone, travel.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They'll set up the throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Right here. We got to step it up.
55, Mike 55.
Got to do better. Come on.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Aguilar has it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
What we got?
Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
61. Next box. Right, check.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A 33-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. 14 yards is the pickup there to Raider first.
Let's go!
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On first down, Hunt. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
One.
On second down now, it's Lewis. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Again, it's Lewis. Oh, and Lewis lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
That's our ball, baby.
A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford them. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
As you know, he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2nd and 14. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
55 is my guy, 55. Hey, Tank. Small.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter. Makes this thing a little bit more interesting. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
Check 99. Check 99. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Now a give running right. It's Cook. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Oakland. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 10. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here. But they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
I got you. I got you.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Cut. Slam, squeeze.
Go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Oakland, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And